Kalen Patterson, Midwest Muscle, P for P, Real Talk, in the house. Fit body, you, Mike Superhuman Newman. The man, the legend, not a myth. I'm here with Marissa. She is an overall winner of a short throwdown. Yeah. And I'm responding to my listeners, guys. I'm letting you know I do not miss a question. If it's legitimate and it makes sense, not trying to get somebody's number, not trying to get their directions to their house, hey, I'm willing to answer it. So this one goes out to Jody. Jody, thank you for asking. You asked me about a competitor that we had in our gym that you saw, versus being that lady, being the overall winner. Now, she had a question of how can she lift those kinds of weights and then look like a bikini competitor, which might sound crazy to anybody that's been in the business, but to somebody who doesn't know, it's a legitimate question. If bikini is perceived a certain way, hey, let's break that misconception, that mispresentation. This is a bikini competitor. This is an overall bikini competitor, and she did a lot of work. Marissa, please introduce yourself and let the people know what it takes to be a bikini competitor.
Yes, I'm Marissa Barney. I won 2 pro cards last year, NGA and NABA, and I was a bikini competitor. So, and overall winner.
There you go.
So basically, when I heard this, he had told me about the misconception about bikini. It's not about, boob jobs and makeup and barely lifting any weights and a somewhat diet.
Listen, legs!
Oh.
Jesus!
Yes. I'm here to tell you that's completely false. I had done a 17-week diet. I was eating around 8 meals a day, and a lot of girls, when I talk to them, it seems like they're like, oh, if I eat less, I'm gonna look skinnier. And it's like, no, it's like so many people don't have the education on how to build muscle and how to look how they want to look. They just think if they eat less, they're gonna look better. That's completely false. By having more meals in your system, your metabolism is constantly running. So I was eating 8 meals a day. I did a 17-week diet. I was lifting a bunch of weight down to the very end when I had no energy. Then It's like you're like, oh, but that's how it goes. Yeah, that's how it goes when you're doing a 17-week diet. You're just completely at a loss for energy and you're just ready to get on stage. But I lift heavy all the time. Not every single week. I have my light weeks and my heavy weeks, but it's hard to hear something like that because we work really hard.
Yes.
And there is different types of bikini competitors. Now, a lot of people may look at me and be like, you're a bikini competitor. Yes, I know I'm a boob job. Yes, my legs are huge, but when I'm on stage, that's something that I have to hide. My legs aren't as skinny or as toned as other girls, so you have to make yourself look how you want to look on stage, and posing is a #1 thing. Another thing is that I have a 6-pack, and I don't have a boob job, but that's just who I am, and that's the natural world. You don't have to be like that anymore.
That's the natural environment,
That's how it was back then, but now it's more of how they see you on stage and your personality, and I like how that's coming out, because I didn't want to be like that. I didn't want to have to change who I was to be how they were back then.
Then you become unnatural.
And it takes away from, the natural side of everything, being who you are.
Yes. Now, when you hear about the fact that you're lifting weights, which is, like I said, for us, it's common knowledge. For a person that's getting into it, it's a shock because, there are things that they've been told, and you see, like, a friend of a friend who competed, and I'm saying, okay, I'd like to see that friend and what they presented on stage, because there's people that, get on stage, but they're not really in competition or truly, as a matter of fact, competing. It's more like bucket list.
Yeah.
When you hear that, with the work that you do, because you can throw up some weight. Well, let's hear about your PRs. What are your maxes so people can see what it takes to compete in bikini?
You have to work hard. You have to lift weights to get muscle. It's not all cardio. You have to tone your body. My max on squats is 315 for 5. My max bench is my weight, which is 155. I lift heavy weights. That's just how it goes. And it's kind of offending when people say that bikini competitors don't lift weights. Because we do, and we lift heavy all the time, so it kind of takes away from my pride when I lift. So you have to work hard. If you want to win and you want to give it 110%, you got to work hard. You can compete and half-ass it and just get 15th place or 16th place. But if you want to win, and my motto was, if I'm going to compete, I'm going to do it 110%. I'm going to get my diet 110%. I'm going to work out 110%. And I'm going to push myself 110%. Be the best that I can be on stage. Pose the best that I can be. And that's what I did.
Yes.
And you have to work hard. You can't cheat yourself.
But all the work you do shows on stage.
Yes.
All the work you don't do shows on stage. There's no hiding a flaw that you didn't really try to, make it work. You actually strip yourself of a good chance and opportunity because I'm gonna do the weight, but I'm not gonna do the posing. I'm gonna do the posing, but I'm not gonna do the diet. I mean, it's all gotta fit in and it's all gotta match up. Now, when you hear everything that's happening and everything lines up, and then they say, oh well, then she's on something, because there's always somebody's excuse for not doing that extra mile, not going that extra step, and not pushing themselves or being supported to be pushed to get that extra look that presents everything you're asking of yourself. Because we all have that vision in our mind what we're going to be presenting, and then there's what we take on stage. And if they don't match up, you won't match up on stage and it shows. Now, as all of that's happening, what's going through your mind when someone tries to strip you of that? Because there's guys and women that don't come to the gym to do their best. They come to see the people that are doing better, and they exist. I mean, you can't get around it. The thing, what hurts a little bit, it stings, is when they try to strip you of your hard work.
No, 100%. When the thing is with me, when I see someone in the gym lifting weights and they look really good, that motivates me. That makes me be like, wow, this is awesome. I can't wait to work out. I want to look like that. You don't have to take stuff to look how you want to look. I've worked very hard for my body, and it's like when people say that I am on stuff, it's almost like a compliment because they would assume that. But then I tell them you don't have to do that. You gotta eat right and you gotta work hard. My first competition I ever did was an NPC competition, and I was against everyone doing gear. And I was all natural. And when I was on stage, I didn't place because these girls didn't compare to me. I mean, they're up there shooting for how long? And so I told myself, I'm just going to do all natural competition because I want to be up against girls who are all natural, who are in the same boat as I am. So when I went into this, it was like, okay, well, these girls are all natural, so it's like it's the same competition. But when I see girls that, ask me that, I'm just like, no, you don't have to be on stuff. And it hurts my feelings, to be honest, because I work very hard for my body. But it all comes to show that you don't have to take stuff to look how you want. It's all about your diet, and it's all about working hard. And I'll be the first one to tell you that. It may take time. It does take time. But you can't get frustrated and you can't lose motivation.
And you will get frustrated.
Yeah.
And you will lose motivation, but that'll be the next topic, which is support.
Yeah.
There's always somebody in a successful person's life that supports them through those times where they say, it's not worth it, I quit, I'm done, screw this, I want to support you.
Yeah.
So who do you support?
My family was definitely a support system during my competition prep. You have your coach, your posing coach. My boyfriend was a huge supporter. He took more of my, when you're having those bad days, you're just like, I want pizza. I just wanted pizza and ice cream so bad. And you can have your cheat days and stuff when you're prepping. It's not about cutting everything completely out. You can reward yourself. But it does get hard, but I had a really good support system. They really supported me and they were there for me. My family didn't really understand what I was doing.
You're gonna die, you're getting
He
sick.
did, because he works out and is in the gym.
He works out.
They were, yeah, he does. But yeah, I had a really good support system. So I was shocked to do as well as I did. I just wanted to redeem myself. But yes, I'm very, very proud of my coach.
And you should be. And get Jody, there you go. Hear what it takes to be a competing better. Now this is a winner, not somebody that got on stage. I wanted you to understand it because I know when we had our conversation, I think maybe in text you can't really respond with your feelings and emotion, and sometimes you can be misconstrued or misunderstood. So that's why I want to do this video. The very good and very legitimate question, and thankfully we had the person here to give you the direct answers.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
I really appreciate it. Overall winner right here. Champion! Up in here. Yes. You want to give a shout out to anybody else?
Shout out to all the competitors out there working hard. I mean, keep working hard. don't get unmotivated. If you see someone in the gym working hard, go up and talk to them. And I love when people talk to me. I may look like I'm like in the zone, but I am a very friendly person and outgoing, and I love to give advice. I really do.
And so the man, just don't talk to him too long.
Oh yes, and shout out to I guess like my Boise coach, Nikki Costello, my coach last year, Brandon Beckridge, and my family and boyfriend. So. And you were also, we had an interview last year. That was so awkward.
But I knew you could have the answers that she needed.
Yes.
And she, with her being in North Carolina, I knew she could see the video before either of us get out there and help her. So hopefully this helps Jody. I hope anybody else that had questions about it, this is what it takes.
Work hard, lift weights, be in the gym for a long time, get what you gotta do done.
Get it done.
Yes.
Yes, Caleb Patterson. Be real talk, we are
out. Was that good?
He's still going.
Oh.
That was excellent.